How many of you all know about the CERN that's built in Texas? Bet you not too many. But you know what? It's there. I mean, it's there. But we need proof. We need proof about the Statue of Liberty, man. We need better proof. I mean, we can listen to all these YouTube videos. We don't know the technology at B. Think outside of the box, man, for real. You need to start thinking. Using them marbles up there. Think outside of the box, especially you younger kids, man. Shit. I was awoken by music. This stuff right here. These guys have been singing about it since 2010. The God particle. They're all. I mean, it made me realize something. That not only this technology that our crazy wacko scientists are messing with. I mean, we got to think outside of the box, man. You have to. I mean, with this technology, the quantum computing and all that stuff, that's pretty powerful stuff, don't you think? I mean, come on. I mean, everybody's trying to put out the proof, but we need video. We need to be together, like as a group, kind of like the Journalist Act. I mean, I'm a hair salon owner, but I can think outside of the box. I can create anything if I put my brains to it. But you know, it's not going to work unless we're all one. We can't be fighting each other, man. That's what they want. They want to dumb us down. They've been doing it for a long time. I mean, I caught on to it a couple years ago, you know, with all the stuff, the platforms that we use. Got to be careful what you say, I guess. You know, I don't want to get booted off YouTube, but whatever, I don't know. The rules are a little funny. That's kind of odd to me, man. I'm not used to that stuff. And, you know, there's one more subject I wanted to talk about. This is important because it made me think of something else and woke me up some more. Back in 2003, a couple years after 9/11, my late wife and I went to visit that the hole. There's a giant hole in Pennsylvania. Can't quite think of the name of the town at this moment, but it's there. But anyway, 2003, that area was still taped off with police tape and federal stuff where they did not want anyone going back in there. But my late wife, Julie, she was persistent, man. We're going in. It didn't matter if we're going to get a ticket and go to jail for crossing under that tape. But we did it. Well, anyway, we went in there. This hole where this supposed plane smashed in, I'm not joking. I wish I would have had a camera to take pictures of it. We didn't have cell phones back then like this, and not quite. They were big and funky, you know, or little and made cheap in China. But anyway, here's the thing, man. This hole was so deep. You would have had to have a ladder that you used to get up on a 2-story roof to get out of that hole if you fell in it. You'd get hurt if you fell. It was huge. Huge. And I'm going to say it was 100 yards in one way and 100 yards the other way. A hole, man, like a friggin' asteroid crashed there. Not only that, but the trees for 50 yards, maybe 100. I mean, it was huge. And a horseshoe where all the forest was, the woods were. All the trees were knocked over like toothpicks, man. They were just all broken over, you know. And then as the forest got anyway, going back into that brokenness and then into the forest again after 100 yards, there was a gigantic house that wasn't damaged, but it was picked up off its foundation. Now I don't know if you guys know how they build houses up in the north here, but they usually have a basement, you know, and bricks in the basement. This huge house was tipped up off its foundation and laying on its side with like it bounced up and fell over kind of thing, like the ground did something in it. Whatever, I never seen anything like it. And I mean, all the construction projects I've been on in my lifetime, what I know about carpentry and building and stuff, that's just not, it didn't look right. It was fishy. And the smell of that area still had it was like, you know how static electricity smells? That's what that area smelled like in 2003 where Flight 93 crashed. I mean, something you got to think outside of the box a little bit, the powers of play. Like come on, it's looking like something's goofy going on, man. We have to come to terms with it. Left, right, doesn't matter. We need to come to terms with it, man, and we're all in trouble. I mean, I'm in my 50s, so it's not going to be so bad for me. I mean, I only got 20 years left, but you guys, young people, have a whole lifetime, man. I mean, I just want to help and share my stories, whatever, man. I mean, I wish I would have had a camera of that hole because it was epic. And nowadays, I'm going to make a trip there. I'm going to organize a trip to where we can go take some pictures of the Statue of Liberty, and I want to see that again. And here's one more thing that's kind of weird to me. Now, I mean, the way I remember it, Grand Central Station had etched at the top in cement, Grand Central Station. Supposedly, when you look it up now, and it's always been Grand Central Terminal. Man, I'm having a hard time with that one, man. Tough! I mean, and Mr. Rogers, that's totally, you look at stuff like that now, it's crazy. I mean, and then seeing videos of JFK's thing off, that's a little weird. Who knows who's fucking with this though, man? We gotta open our brains up, man. But, here's something that's fact for me. I don't know if it's, I'm leaning more towards it's God than anything, but some people can feel the vibration that our Earth puts off, like the the magnetosphere and the electronics of the way our planet works and stuff, and all the forces that be. But some of us can feel that vibration, and you guys that are suffering from this shifting back and forth a lot, and it's affecting you, and it's making your psyche nuts. I figured that out too. I always have my music going because I believe that, with the CERN in Texas and the CERN in France and Switzerland, that's pretty powerful stuff. They can't understand. Our scientists, the guys who are setting the stuff that's supposed to be set in stone, like there's not giants, when there's evidence, all kinds of evidence, but they're not letting us know that. It's obvious, so we have to wake up, man. For real. But, I can feel that electric charge coming. I can feel the vibrations at all times. I always could since I was a little kid. And I was always able to use that vibration that I feel to alter my mood. If I was feeling a little funny, I could, unless I had the flu or something, but my emotions were goofy, I was always able to turn that vibration into a different feeling, so it never affected me. I wish more of you could experience that because it's amazing. I've been able to control the things I want to do in my life. I don't know, maybe call it whatever, positive thinking. I don't know if it's whatever, but it works for me, and I can feel it. Every once in a while, the Earth gets its frequency is always set at, I think it's 8.43 or 3.5. I can't be sure, but it's always at a set frequency at that 7 or 8 level. But sometimes it spikes up. Now, I recently, the knowledge of all this is only for me a few years old, about learning about the vibrations, and I've always had that because every once in a while, I get when the vibration of the Earth raises up, it causes me to have be electrically charged where I touch everything. Psh, psh, psh. Well, I found that out because I did a little experiment and I pulled up the charts that you can look at the Earth's vibration, and it's usually always steady, and every once in a while it spikes up, and then it'll go back down to steady, and it'll spike up. Well, why it's spiked up, my body's charged, so it's in tune with it. I don't know, it's weird. call it whatever, I don't know. It's far beyond my comprehension, but man, I don't know, man. I'm just saying that I'm sharing this story because I think it's important, man, for our little ones, man, and I have some, so I'm pleading with all you people, left, right, we all have to get along, man, and we cannot let evil and good, we have to have good. It's just all there is to it. We can't have the evil people, man. And I mean, over the years in the business I deal with, in the hair salon industry, I deal with a lot of people. I mean, it's just, you know, I don't judge anybody, but people sure do have different thoughts, man. Like, I'm often wondering, is there such thing as common sense anymore? And the common sense people are disappearing. I don't understand that. But I don't think it's too late. We can fix it. We just have to wake up, man. And we can't let these powers to be that are billionaires, and they're all richer than we are, up in there doing things that we don't even understand, that, you know, we can't let that stuff dictate how we flow along the energy that was given to us naturally.